Okay, so what if everything you see, everything you feel and experience, is just one floor in a massive, infinite skyscraper of reality? Well, today we're going to take the elevator all the way to the top. We're going to explore what the world looks like from the perspective of a being in the sixth dimension, a layer of existence that's way beyond light, thought, and even time itself.
So let's start with this idea right here. In our world, we feel like characters in a story, right? Events happen to us. But what if that's all just an illusion? Just try to imagine for a second a state of being where you aren't just in the story, you are the story. Reality doesn't just unfold around you, it literally pours through you.
And in this kind of reality, time isn't some straight line that you're forced to walk down. No, think of it more like a book. Your past, your present, and every single possible future are just pages. Pages you can flip to whenever you want. Every choice, every outcome, it's already written, just waiting there to be read.
And here it is. This is the ultimate shift in perspective. In this higher dimension, consciousness isn't a passenger just traveling through a universe that's already built. Nope, it's the architect. It doesn't just observe reality, it actually creates it.
So let's put a name to this, shall we? Welcome to the sixth dimension. Now, to really get it, let's do a quick recap. We live in 3D. That's length, width, depth. The fourth dimension is time, that line we all travel on. The fifth is like a plane of possibilities, where all the different timelines branch out. But the sixth dimension, that's the space above all of that. It's the ultimate vantage point, where all possible realities aren't just seen, they're chosen. Think of it this way. This isn't about playing the game of life a little differently. This is about being in the developer's room, where the actual source code of reality gets written. A 6D being doesn't just influence their world, they design and initialize entire universes from the ground up. And this completely flips our whole understanding of time on its head. As you can see from our 4D view, we experience time like a river. We're stuck in a little boat just being carried downstream with no real control. But from a 6D perspective, time is a map. All the locations, past, present, future, they're all laid out right in front of you. You're not flowing, you're just choosing a point on the map to place your awareness.
So, if you can see all of time as one giant map, how would you perceive the things on that map? Well, it wouldn't be with your eyes or ears. A 6D being perceives reality from above, seeing way, way beyond just physical form.
From that higher vantage point, reality is seen in three totally distinct layers. First, they see the pattern, the basic design or vibrational blueprint of a thing. Then they perceive its purpose, the why behind its existence, which, get this, is actually more visible to them than its physical shape. And finally, they see the path, this incredible web showing every potential choice and every possible outcome for that thing, all at once.
And this leads to a really profound consequence. For us, the future is a secret, right? Something we're always trying to guess. But for a 6D being, the future is simply a view. Just imagine standing on a mountaintop and seeing every possible road you could ever take, all at the same time. That's how they see your life.
This brings us to a truly mind-bending shift in how things are made. Down here in 4D, we talk about manifestation, the action of trying to change our reality. But from a 6D perspective, they don't manifest. They configure. It's a simple selection of a reality that already exists. They're just choosing the timeline where what they want is already a fact.
And that means creation is no longer an action that's born from effort or struggle. It becomes a selection born from pure awareness. You stop trying to bend your current reality to your will. Instead, you just shift your focus to the version of reality you'd rather observe.
Okay, I know this is all fascinatingly abstract, but what does it mean for us? Let's get personal. How would a 6D consciousness actually perceive you? Well, to them, you don't look like a physical body at all. You appear as these beautiful lights wrapped in the threads of infinite timelines. They see your potential as probabilities just flickering like static. Every choice you make creates a kind of gravity around your soul, pulling certain realities closer. Your energy, your actual essence, is so much more real and visible than your physical form.
So, where do emotions fit into all of this? Well, the role of emotion actually evolves as you move up through the dimensions. Here in 3D, it feels personal, internal. By 4D and 5D, it becomes a force that can actually shape reality. But in 6D, emotion turns into something way more sophisticated. It's a high-tech navigation tool you use to select which timeline you want to experience.
And here's exactly how that navigation works. It's pretty straightforward. Your emotional state is your steering system. Emotions like fear, well, they act like a downward current, pulling your point of awareness into timelines that are more restrictive, more challenging. And love, or any expansive emotion, does the exact opposite. It's like an upward lift, raising your awareness to timelines filled with much greater potential.
So all of this, it's all leading to a final, really empowering truth. We've been talking about this like it's some far-off concept, but this last part connects it all right back to you. It's about realizing you aren't just a character in the story, you are the author.
From this higher perspective, a 6D being knows things about you that we tend to forget. They can see that you've already lived millions of different versions of your life. They know that in countless parallel realities, you've already succeeded beyond your wildest dreams. And maybe most importantly, they see that your journey isn't about evolving upward to become something new. It's about remembering downward, recalling the incredible, multidimensional being you already are.
And this brings us to what might be the most important takeaway of all. There's no fundamental separation between you and a 6D being. You are already that multidimensional consciousness. The only difference is the size of the window you're looking through. You're just choosing to look at an infinite universe through a very small aperture.
So in the end, the sixth dimension isn't really a place you go to. It's a level of understanding you arrive at. It's that moment the creation turns around, looks in the mirror, and finally asks the ultimate question: who created the creator?
And this is the ultimate realization you come to. Consciousness isn't just a character in the story of reality. It's the author who imagines the entire plot, and it's also the very ink used to write every single word.
So if all of this is true, then that age-old question, what is the meaning of life? It kind of becomes obsolete. From a 6D perspective, that's just the wrong question. The real question is so much more powerful because it puts the pen right back in your hand. It asks, which meaning do you want to experience next?